Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. It is Sunday, so it is time for the Intercontinental Group of Awesome, so named because we span a couple of continents, and there's an ocean in between us. And on Sundays, we find times when the early afternoon for some of us and the USicans and in the European friends in their evenings, we get together, we play mostly story game, small press, indie tabletop role-playing games together. We are continuing our Atlantica City campaign, which began with Power Beyond Doubt and took a break to do some Pandora Total Destruction. We have returned to Power Beyond Doubt, and we are dealing with the Princess Pizza Party incident, cataclysm. I don't know. We'll come up with that when the
Is it an
trade
incident
paperback
yet?
comes out. Is it an incident? That's probably not. Maybe.
Well,
we'll see.
The whole
We'll
team
see.
going
Very
into
soon.
it probably has started instigated an incident.
Indeed. So far, we know that this world, our settings version of a Chuck E. Cheese place had gone dark a number of years ago, and now it seems that it may have been a portal to a dark realm with, bad gods and stuff, which you guys are trying to deal with because the former scion is given up on the job, as it were, and things are not looking great. But before we continue forward with dealing with that particular problem, we had ended the last session with Oscuro, hoping to speak with Isidro, their mentor. And you had Blossom with you, is that right?
Yep. We were hopping across Atlantica City, talking about relationships, and now we're arrived at the so-called mansion. It doesn't look like a British mansion, but it's my mother's house, basically.
What does it look like if it doesn't look like a British mansion?
It looks more like a ranchero or something, like lots of adobe stuff and
oh, cool. So like rounded doorways kind of stuff. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Stucco.
lots of flowers, some color stuff, mosaics. Mosaic's the right word, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I get a picture of what you're talking about.
Yeah, something like that. So it's not the classical British library mansion. Something like a Scottish library. I apologize.
Cool. And do you imagine it being a bit of a sprawling?
Yeah, little. Yeah, it's more lower on the ground.
I like that.
It's got a bit of a park outside, and usually is guarded by these two spirits who were Miguel's nannies. Who are probably sleeping or just guarding things right now.
In my head, this is daytime. Is that where you? Okay, just making sure we're on the same page there.
Alex, is it daytime? Yeah.
I don't think anything was stated that would declare it otherwise. So
yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. Sun comes down. We see several panels of depictions of this lovely estate, and occasionally we will see background of Blossom and Miguel. Not quite silhouettes, but they're figures in this, and I can a lot of the concept art drawings to give you a sense of scale. And then we see Oscuro entering the abode with Blossom looming over him. When you enter, you hear Isidro's in the movie room watching some old Nick at Night, black and white, noir. As you enter the room, You see that Timofeya is seated beside him. Her expression is flat. She's not bored, but you know her, at least you feel you know her enough, Miguel, to tell that she's not entertained by this black and white, slow moving Le Car noir story that Isidro is watching. You've returned.
You called me.
Good. Awesome.
Hi.
There's food and drink if you're hungry or thirsty. Huh? Miguel, let's talk.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
He pauses the TV, and Timofeya, her expression doesn't really change. Doesn't even seem to register that he's stopped the TV show.
He
He's
hadn't
up.
reacted when we walked in, right?
Right.
Okay.
He has to a set of double doors, opens them up, going into a sprawling garden.
I think before Miguel kind of leaves to talk, I kind of reach out and just gently touch an arm to their, like, a hand to their forearm, and kind of just make eye contact for a sec, like, do you want to do this alone, or?
It's fine. Don't think, not really. Don't really want to do this alone.
I'm just going to get my drink and join you.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. So he clasps his hands behind his back and strolls around in the little path in the garden filled with vibrant colors, beautiful flowers. Who spent more time cultivating this garden? You, your mother, or Isidro?
I feel that probably that was the job of one of my nannies because she's an earth spirit. But Isidro might like to putter around there. Miguel does not particularly care about the garden, neither does his mother. You just have it because it's there and it's nice.
So Blossom Master, you head inside, or just what do you do? Like giving them a couple minutes before you join? Is that what you're doing?
I don't think I'm going to give them that long. I think I'm just like biggest receptacle that I can find, fill with water, come straight out, because I don't think Miguel wants to be left alone very long.
So you get
I
a
want to be
big,
there to back up.
maybe like a pitcher, like a full-on
Yeah.
glass pitcher that someone might use
Yeah.
to fill other glasses. And then you stroll, because the set of doors out of this room, or where they were, you end up walking behind Timofeya. And just as you're passing by her, you hear you're all going to die.
Pardon?
You look around, she hasn't moved. You see her reflection in the television. It's blank.
Mm-hmm. Continue.
You head outside, and as you step into this garden, of course, everything responds to you, Blossom. The soil is rich. It's very, very tasty. Your feet, you can taste with your feet, at least here, those nutrients remind you of a nice, like a really great brew of a coffee. Wakes you up, it feels refreshing.
I think physically it feels good. Mentally, it's seeing everything change around me. I don't like being around large amounts of vegetation because of it's like when you're just seeing through your own eyes, you don't see your own body, but it's kind of a reminder. But, you know.
Miguel, Timofey is Timofey, but Timofey is not Timofey. What I've found is that some other power found and reconstructed her body, built a home in which it could live, piecing together was your friend into a vessel.
And it's in there now?
Yes.
So that was constructed from Timofeya's body.
Yes, the shell that was Timofeya, what was left of Timofeya, built into something
like
new.
they did with me when I was almost dead, when they reconstructed the stuff that was broken. But it's not the same, same process, right? It's not
the same process, not the same author, not the same constructor.
Oh god. I mean, okay, so but there's something or someone in there now?
There is something dark.
No.
Dangerous.
Throw a meaningful look at Lawson.
A lot of that going around.
Yep.
Same thing.
Don't know. Can maybe figure it out though.
What are you talking about?
Okay. How long have you been in Atlantica City, Isidro?
Do you know Princess Pizza Palace?
No.
It used to be an amusement center thingy. It went broke a couple of years ago, but there's something dark trying to come through this place. Might be that it's always tried to come through this place, but was kept back for a while by happiness and laughter. But now there's no happiness left and no laughter, so it's trying to come through. I don't know if you saw it on the news. There is a shadow coming from that place right now. We are trying to figure out what's going on there.
And it seems the two of you believe this may be linked. It may.
Yeah. If there's something dark in there, that might be connected.
I mean, the word darkness has been thrown around a lot the last few days. Guess it could be a coincidence. I mean, how many dark things are there in like the magical world?
A surprisingly large number.
Oh.
The tendrils of this darkness are deeply embedded. There are echoes of Timofeya there. If you wish to free her, she will not recover.
Yeah, no, I get it. Too much of her brain is probably gone, right?
Yes.
Can't you just magic away the the darkness part and put back in the Timothea parts?
Oh,
Brain.
wish I'd thought of that. Brilliant. Oh, well, what we hear, let me bequeath upon you my magical powers. Go do that.
It's not that easy,
Maybe I could do a
Blossom.
better job. I take a swig. That was very under my breath. She's not so confrontational. She would say that out loud.
Of course.
I think her spirit, the connection to her spirit is gone. So we can't just put her back because she's dead.
Yes.
And it's very hard to. Also, you can't magically repair a brain with what we know here on this earth. You think my mother went out for 3 years to fight for aliens, just if she could have done stuff that, if she could have healed her myself. If she could have healed me herself, damn it, English.
It's okay.
No, I feel that's probably Miguel's reaction as well.
Oh,
Since
nice.
He's not a native speaker, so he can occasionally struggle with English. That's fine. Okay. But this might afford us an opportunity.
How do you see that?
This darkness is connected to the other darkness. Then we might glean some information here, might we not?
And you said it still has some of her.
Echoes.
Maybe enough.
We'll see. What you called me, Isidro. Is that what you wanted to talk about? You said something about that you had gained something, some knowledge, and I was in the middle of something.
That is what I have found. I sense that you will be the one to free her.
Right.
The echoes. She'll have to say goodbye a second time.
Wow. Oh, maybe it gets easier.
It doesn't.
Miguel throws Isidro a dirty look. Hey, kitty. Wow, that's a very fluffy kitty. Amazing. Fine. Let me see what I can do. What I can find.
Gestures back and remains in the garden. Oh, don't forget to take some advice from Blossom and her magical expertise.
You know what? You could actually be nicer.
I could, but I choose not to. So, do we cut away from the two of you as you head back into the manor? Let's catch in with Shinnok. Theo had finished up working alongside Maxwell.
Yep.
Where do you want to go next? Where do we pick up with you?
So I believe Theo would have Maxwell drive her back home, back to the apartment that she shares with her roommate Dulcis, the
Excellent.
cool film buff roomie. And along the way, she's been phone surfing. She's been texting people. She's been
Blowing up phones.
blowing up phones because clearly there's some kind of solution to this problem, and it's going to take a lot of her personal social capital. She comes back into the apartment as Theo, because things are urgent, but not so urgent that she would forget herself like that.
Of course.
And is Dulcis at home?
Yes, Dulcis is at home. They are puttering about, their claw-like feet, their little jet boots. So they're kind of hovering to and fro and working on a few different computers.
Mhm.
Oh, you're back. I haven't seen
Hey.
you in forever.
I've been around, but not much today, that's for sure. I'm really glad you're here. I actually need your help with something serious. And
Put on
I'll
my serious face.
turn on the television and flip through some channels until I get to the live ride along with the superhero team that has gone into the Pizza
Next
Palace.
level.
Next level. And I'll be like, so this is happening right now. I don't know if you knew.
Vaguely aware.
Sometimes you and we do things called college,
We
and it
do.
takes up our attention. Long story short, Princess's Pizza Palace used to be this hopping little children's entertainment destination that people really loved, right? And that place being successfully that prevents this, as I point to the TV. So we're at the second act of the film where everybody turns to each other and says that they've got to put on a show, because we've got to put on a show.
I am a fan of the idea. Thank you for coming to me with this proposal.
Are you a Cowgirl fan? Because I had some ideas about that. Are you on her streams ever?
I feel guilty.
It won't hurt my feelings.
To this. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Tyler.
Hooray!
Tyler.
With face.
Time out for Tyler. We love to see you.
Yeah.
And we
gonna
see your
pause the
face.
recording.
And you've
We're
got
gonna
a
pause the
cool.
recording. Sometimes I follow a cowgirl and sometimes I get angry and unfollow her.
Nice.
And then someone else tells me that she's doing something crazy and I go and I watch it and I refollow her. I hate watch her mostly.
Fair enough. I think that she might make a very entertaining MC for this event.
Ooh.
In the meantime, on the way here, and I hold up my phone, I've been posting to a bunch of different Princess Pizza Palace fan forums and websites, asking people for stories of their favorite moments there, and if they have any skits or inspirations to share them.
Sounds good. That has.
And you might have found the invitation to the Google Doc where I've kind of got this set up to alt dump. Hopefully it's working. And if they have any ideas for new palace characters or fun stories, I basically told them to go hog with the stuff that makes them happiest about being a princess fan.
I like that. Going back to the original source from the biggest fans who still remember.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And Theo checks her watch and
you're getting replies from people, right? People are posting in the doc. There are folks who are in suggesting mode, other people who are editing and adding in bullets and commentary flying back and forth.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And yeah, Theo just sort of blows out this sort of excited puff of breath and goes, oh, and I need to get my improv team together.
You really want to bring them in? They are mundane, despite their intellect and wit.
I mean, if I knew superheroes who were also actors, I would loop them in. As it is, how do I put this? I put a hand on Dulcis's shoulder and I say, you know, you're my friend. I can be honest with you. The risk to their lives is the same no matter whether they are at the epicenter of what's happening or if they're just here at the college.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
So why not give them an opportunity to use their talents for good?
All right. I remove all objections and they can make their own choice.
I may or may not be clear with them about what's going on. I'm playing that by ear. If you have some kind of objection to it, please let me know, because honestly, I would love some feedback. I have not done this before, weirdly enough.
Big on consent.
Okay, that makes you a good director, and it's why I like working with you. By the way, I owe you 5 rolls uncompensated for this.
Oh,
5.
It's over.
They can be whatever,
clackety.
no naked stuff.
Oh, of course not. I don't work.
It's not really your style, but
not really. No.
I'm saving that for something special.
He's clacking away on his keyboard, excitedly adding notes to his Microsoft OneNote, and making sure to document that you've agreed to
Should
5 rolls of their choice. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Next opinion, should you try to get in touch with Cowgirl or should I? Is she streaming right now? And I'm like, phone surfing
She's
again.
streaming right now. I think Cowgirl is currently Twitch live streaming. She's playing the latest TMNT big box, like Cowabunga collection, and making jokes about April's
People watch this?
clothing. Yes. Unfortunately, there are a large contingent of people who will watch Cowgirl do almost anything.
Huh. Okay, well, I have no idea where she is. So could you try to get her in the loop on this?
I could. I'll try. So it sounds like we might be doing a B plot move here, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Let's see. Maybe it's reach out to your allies here.
Hilariously, potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a touchstone with Cowgirl.
Yes, you do. I remember that.
I'm
Very
definitely
giddily.
Gonna burn that for this. I don't currently have one with Dulcis, but that's fine. They're still getting something out of this.
Oh, 5 rolls. I mean, you practically bought a touchstone.
Practically bought a touchstone for that. But all right, so we're gonna basically roll and raw with that touchstone boost. There's that. I click on get into the roller. I tell the roller who I am once it's loaded. Boop. All right. I make 2 dice exist. I roll them. It's a 10 on the dice. I don't even need to spend the touchstone.
Don't have to
But
burn
I
the
did.
touchstone.
I did. Let's pretend
Pick
I did.
2.
Pick 2. Let's look at that move again. Some clever designer wrote just for me. Someone
Very
offers
clever.
to come with me in a future scene. Faux show. And someone offers material support, gear access, or shelter. I feel like those are definitely my picks for this.
Nice. I will make sure everything gets set up for this. And it looks like Cowgirl. I didn't mention you. Well, I mentioned Shinnok because I know that you two have a little heat together.
Yeah.
And Cowgirl says, looking
Oh,
forward to pantsing her again.
this is personally rough because if I'm bringing in my improv team, that means that I'm running this event as me. But if I'm, oh man, it's too late.
You can always do you can do the Shinnok will be along any moment now thing, and I'll help. I'll make sure that CG sees value out of this. Don't worry.
Okay,
We've
okay.
got this. But there may
All
be a point where you have to out yourself to your improv team. I'm just putting that out there. That I also get to film.
God. Oh, that's so obnoxious. Okay. You know what? It's better than the whole world. I just got to keep this all in perspective. Thank you, Dulcis, for your help and your thoughts, as usual.
Always.
Oh, wait, I go to the next point. Bye.
Nice. So,
and I steal a canned coffee from the fridge as I rush out the door.
Nice. We pick up with Dr. Maxwell or Professor Maxwell. You had dropped Theo off at home for that scene. Where do we pick up with you? What do you want to do?
I think I'm going to be off at the university library. I'm trying to do as much research on what we've heard about as possible. So I think I'm trying to angle for
Cloister yourself in research?
Indeed.
Okay. Roll with genius.
Which I am not very good at.
Oh my goodness. I think you're very smart, but whenever you do genius things, trouble follows.
That's probably a kind way to look at it.
Academia is burdensome sometimes.
Yes. So, I am going to roll at -1. And here we go. That's a 5.
Oh, did you do There's a Way?
Let me do There's a Way real
Always
quick
a way,
as well.
sorry.
Yes. Should I roll it?
Plus power, which is a +1.
Yes, let's roll it real quick. And that's a 6.
Okay. Well, goodness gracious. You hold 1, but someone has a dastardly plan just for you.
Yes, indeed. So, my first roll was a 5. Teamwork can't help me there, and I'd have to burn 2 touchstones to get it to a 7, which that doesn't seem wise.
You get 1 hold from that roll, right? From the roll you just made, right? Can you use that?
I can use it from my Always Away, and I could lower my trust for 1 more. Let's use the one from Always Away.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if I can discover a flaw or weakness.
Ooh, flaw or weakness. Okay. I feel like you guys already have the knowledge that what the previous Scion used to hold back the darkness of laughter was effective. So I don't think that's the answer you get, especially since you paid a pretty big price for that.
I'm going to use the fail to bump my genius up 1.
There you go. Get the bennies of a fail and also lowering your trust. And there are moves coming. Yeah, I think weakness that you discover is that because Herne is from the darkness. Herne is particularly effective. He may not believe so. That's the evidence that you
Hmm.
I'm rather confident about. Does that sound fair?
Right. That sounds fair.
But
All right.
But
Thank
that
you.
sounds like it was still a miss. You just ate some trust in order to get an option. So it
Well,
sounds
no,
like
I ate
Oh.
it always away
right. Okay, so
to get an option. So I didn't drop my trust, but I still have 2 hard moves for 2
Okay, good,
fails.
right. You've got back-to-back fails, but you did make your way around it. So yeah, I think as you're in your research. Oh, is that a puppy? Sad puppy?
It is a pup. Well, it's a puppy that's hearing Patrick heading off to get me a battery.
Oh. You get a text from Jax Harper, the bartender at Group Therapy, asking if you could come by.
I'll text back. Yes, absolutely. I'll be by as soon as possible.
Thank you. Thank you. And there's like a thumbs up emoji along with that. Yeah, so that's one. And Tony knows about Professor Maxwell and Herne now, correct? Just making sure.
Tony does not.
Tony does not. Okay. Cool. Okay. So then, Professor Maxwell, you catch that Tony has sent up the like Herne signal.
Oh no. Yeah. Oh goodness. Okay, I suppose I have to try to deal with whatever Tony's doing first and get to Jax as quickly after that. I wonder if Herne is willing to show up to head to Tony. I can see. I will head to the back of the library and duck into the shrubbery and see if Herne will answer the call. Does he?
That is fascinating. Cool. So there's no role for you to transform. You just
Not
call
generally.
upon Herne. And I think as you call upon Herne this time,
She does not need me. We should ignore this.
He says he says that we should ignore this.
Yes, I think we ignore her plea. She will grow stronger in the absence.
Well, she has been your project, Herne. If you think that that is wise, I know that Blue Orchid was supposed to be checking in with her. I hope the 2 of them have not run across something they can't handle.
are you trying to persuade or?
Yeah, I'm trying to kind of guilt him, poke a little at his pride a little there.
I like it. Let's see you roll plus genius, your best stat. Oh no, that's trick
Yes.
someone. No, you're rolling plus humanity. And it
A
is
little
trust
better.
based, which for you is a -1. All rats. So it's actually a flat roll.
Flat roll. I don't think that rolled. No, I only see, well, it's literally exactly the same roll I had
That is
7 minutes ago.
bananas. But yeah, it happened at 3:41 Eastern. So yeah, that's your roll. You got another 5. Yeah, that seems like a fail.
It does.
It does. He says,
No, no, there is too much at stake. We should go to the scion. I will speak with the girl, but only if we go and we take Sally to the darkness.
I agree that she must stand up to what she fled in the past. I agree with you, Herne. Yes, she should go and face it.
Very well.
and you feel his presence and the thunder rolling in the background abate. And he has resisted you. Resisted your call. This is a check-in. Tyler, is that cool? Are you okay with that?
So he's not willing to show up now, and he wants me to make sure Sally comes if he's going to show
he's
up
saying,
at all.
yeah, he's saying, I think we should go get Sally. He's pushing that issue at this point. Perhaps you need to have some kind of heart-to-heart, which was a wish from last session. So there you go.
So he wants to go get her now and throw her in.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's still convinced
No,
of the
no,
easy
no.
answer is the way to go.
No, that we will take her when we face it together. We are not simply sacrificing her.
It is not a sacrifice. That is what she did. She escapes her duty.
I agree with that. But we will go as her defender with our comrades to face this. You cannot run from your
Damn them
duty.
all.
Then we will be defeated together.
Very well.
He seems to be
Fine.
sulking a little bit.
Then I will wish for the best for our friends. And I will start texting Blue Orchid to see if he's with Tony as I head to the car to go see Jack, since I don't think I couldn't even get to Tony probably very easily, non-Herne wise.
Nice. Cool. So you text Blue Orchid and he texts back, "Oh, hey, great to hear from you, sir. I'm with Tony. We're at the junkyard. She wants some more training. We ran into some stuff, but we're okay. Don't worry, sir. We've got it under control."
Good to hear.
That was like 25 texts.
Gotcha. Good to hear. Herne is in a bit of a snit.
I just Googled snit. That sounds painful.
Yes. And I'll stop texting. All right. Well, they're okay. And let's fucking Herne.
Herne's going through his teenage years, guys. That's all it is.
Oh, he's being a whiny baby.
let's switch up partnering a little bit. Or perhaps there's a group scene that will take place here, which would be.
I know
wonderful.
that while Theo's running to where she knows she'll meet her improv team, she's also calling Oscuro for a quick phone call of Miguel.
Yeah.
You're a sorcerer of some stripe, right?
Uh-huh.
If there's ambient magic in an area, you can focus it, right?
Yeah, sure. No, I can't. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, figure it out, because I've got a plan.
Maybe if you would let me know your plan, and I could maybe try to figure it out, but actually I can try to see what I can do.
I'm assembling as much of the weapon against the darkness as I can in under an hour, okay?
Oh, wow. Do you need some help?
Oh,
I mean, I still have a fan base. You realize that?
oh my God, you need to sign up for Twitch right now
Okay. Okay. What?
as yourself,
Uh-huh.
and then you're going to need to raid Cowgirl's live stream.
Okay.
Just Google raid a live stream and you'll find your instructions there.
Please talk me through it, because, oh wait, Blossom, do you know how to rate a live stream?
Give me a second, and
Okay.
Okay,
We've got it. We've got it. We're
Good
rating a live
delegation,
stream.
good delegation. Okay. Yeah, and I give Miguel the most truncated version of my plan that I can, because
Okay.
this is like a 5-minute run
Okay.
over to the room in the theater building.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, so that means that I don't have to deal with Timofey right now, which is
You're welcome.
cowardly, but still.
So, yeah, my plan is to just draw as much laughter and happiness and entertainment into the venue as possible.
Oh, I've got some spirits I could make pretty happy.
And Sally said that she put all of her power to hold back the darkness in the building.
And you want me to draw that out in some way, shape, or form?
Maybe it'll want to come out if there's a bunch of positive energy. I don't know, but
I have an idea who might be able to do that.
sweet. I love it. Thank you so
But
much.
he's an asshole, so I don't know if he wants to, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe he doesn't want to die.
You're going to see some faces. Let me just tell you that up front.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Okay,
Click.
sure.
is he joining us?
And then I just bust into the improv class being like, I got a venue, guys. People are going to show up. And we're going to be on Cowgirl's stream. And
Cowgirl, I love her.
oh, it gets better, Jen says as she clicks around and tries to remember something important. And the lead guitarist of Magma is going to crash that stream
What?
live on air. Let me walk you through the themes and the basics. We're going to be making some skits while we go. Who's got the car? And I just point at the person who usually has a car.
It's a B. Yeah.
We're doing this
car.
on the move. Come on.
Cool. And I think leading with "We've got a gig" and following up with "and here are other famous people you get to be alongside." Yeah, I don't even think that's a role. That sounds like
Yeah.
a thing.
I mean, if I'm a liar, then I'm basically out of this group forever. But
Yeah,
I'm not.
it's a look of, yeah, we'll give her a shot. Why not? Why not? Awesome. So with Shinnok running off to do stuff, Blossom, it sounds like you're going to be frantically trying to figure out a way to raid someone else's live stream.
I feel I'd like that to just be like just a background thing. I think a more interesting thing is I want to talk to Miguel about, is this the thing where we ask him to join this thing? Because if he's going to be an asshole about it,
He's gonna be an
do we
asshole
just,
about it. Yes, he is. Never mind.
would it be really bad if we just picked
Yes.
him up and took him?
You realize that he is a sorcerer and he can actually fight back. Just saying, he's not without defense. I don't want to just grab him. If he's not in, then that'd be worse. Because if he fights against us, then I don't think we have a great chance. And he's a more powerful sorcerer than I am. Please understand that, Lawson. He's not. We're not grabbing him. We're talking to him. Even if he's an asshole. So what? Can you help me with this live stream grading? I mean, I can probably figure it out if you give me an hour or two, but that sounded like it was urgent.
I'm trying to figure out if you're willing to like force your mentor to join this.
I can't. But I have another idea. You said you had someone for the heavy lifting. Maybe call them up, because this seems like it's going down now.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Fine. Yep. I said I would.
and I lean forward and say, Blossom, this doesn't count as a date. And then I'm off to talk to Isidro.
Cool.
Okay. Phone and yeah. I will attempt to find out how to
Raid a live stream. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I don't see that being difficult or challenging. There've got to be copious amounts of guides on, oh, here's how I rated so-and-so's live stream. There's probably more stuff about swatting people, but you find raiding live stream and realize that's probably what she meant.
I think well, wait, because we're at the mansion.
Mhm.
Is Miguel doing something at the mansion, or is specific?
He's talking to he's going to talk to Isidro and
Okay.
rope him into the whole thing.
All right. I think I'll be reaching out to Gabe. Like, that help about that thing? Now? Question mark.
And I'm sorry, you're reaching out to who?
Neutron Fist,
Okay, cool.
aka Gabe.
Sorry, I yes, I need to.
I know it has his
Gabe.
AKA name has not been brought in much, but
Gabe. There we go. Rats. Put quotes on the other side. So yeah, so problem. Can you help?
that might be reaching out to an ally.
Yeah, that sounds even better than where I was headed. Let's do that instead. Reach out to an ally. Let's see how.
Did I make him a touchstone? I did. Do I want to burn a thing? I probably should. Oh, but no, does it burn it? It just boosts. Sorry.
It's okay. We'll work through this. So if
Yes,
you want
thank
to reach out to an ally,
This is
then
flat roll unless
it is. Yeah, it's no stat, but touchstones can still boost you. If you use a touchstone to boost the roll, the touchstone doesn't go away, but their ability to help you needs to be recharged for future.
which I feel I would be doing that in the near future anyway. So I think then, and it can be done after the fact, the boost after the roll,
right?
Or is that
Jen? It can be used
or is
after
that
the fact,
before the
right?
roll?
I think so. Let me peek at basic moves real quick.
It says on the moves, I think, seem to remember
Yep,
that
it says-
you
yeah.
can't use the
It's a-
touchstones after the move.
Yep, before or after. So
Okay, well I'll roll without and then see what's. And yes, I will boost that. with
Oh, perfect though. You're right on the borderline. So using that is gonna pay off. And when you get a 7 tonight, you get to pick one. It's the offer to come with you in a future scene, volunteer crucial information. Do you gain team or does he offer material support?
they offer to come with in a future scene.
Cool. His text back is sounds good. It's a date.
Gulp.
Neutron's such a help.
Smiley face. I'm not committing to blush face or heart face. That's
It is a little
too much is
far.
on the line for that.
It's too soon. Too soon. Hashtag
Yeah.
too soon.
Yeah.
Sweet. And what about we got Isidro and yeah, I think you're going to talk to Isidro.
Oh yeah, he's still out in the garden, so I'm walking out there and say, Isidro, we might remember what I told you about this darkness thing that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
You think it's a good idea to let it take over the city, or you want to do something about that?
What an asinine question.
Fine, then come on, we're going. You can draw magical energy from a building and put it to good use, can't you?
Of course I can.
Fine.
And this is purely an altruistic deck, it seems? Or what's in it for me?
Not being eaten by the darkness seems to be kind of like would be beneficial to you, right? I mean, even if you get away, the house will be swallowed and the books with it and all the stuff that you actually like here.
Sounds like you're trying to persuade him. Please,
Yeah.
Please do so. Roll with
Yeah.
your humanity, which is a 0, plus
Mhm.
trust, which is a 2.
Yeah,
So
but I'm
trustworthy.
overburdened, which is fine. I've never been overburdened so far. So that works. I need dice for the roll, damn it.
What a crazy concept.
It's an 8.
Ooh, okay. When you are on persuade someone on a 7 to 9, they'll need some concrete assurance, corroboration, or evidence first.
Mhm.
And when you're overburdened on a hit, they can shift your trust 1 as well.
Mhm.
Is that just sorry? Oh no, on a hit with an NPC, your target makes you one of their touchstones. Okay. Sorry, I was reading the PC overburden part, but it's the NPC overburden.
Where's the
Overburden.
NPC overburden part?
It's bundled right within the roll. So on a 7 to 9, they'll need some concrete assurance,
Oh, okay,
corroboration, or
okay,
evidence. And then
okay,
you're
oh, yeah.
overburdened. That's
Okay,
fine.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, here's I think what he says. He says corroboration, like maybe, well, concrete assurance. I will help you on this, but you and your team will help me on something in the future. No questions asked.
Oh, fuck you. I will show him the video of the shadow thing. This is helping you. I'm not giving you a blank check here, Isidro. I'm not. But this, I show him the video live feed of that shadow spreading out. This is happening. This is a threat to you. I will protect you to the best of my ability. And if you need my help in the future, I will give it to you, but I can't make promises for my team.
Very well. I'll take your promise, and I'm sure you'll want their help.
We'll see.
Cool. So he will head inside, put on some shoes, and then he'll be ready to go.
Blossom comes out, a little bit of a blush. I got the the stream thing info.
Okay, cool.
Uh,
Yeah,
Is he on board?
yeah, he's on board, basically.
Great.
Being an ass about it, but what did we expect?
I think that's his only mode.
Yeah, I think so too.
Does he teleport, or do I have to give
I
him a
don't-
lift as well?
I don't know, maybe he can fly. I probably have some idea.
I
of
could
what he
throw
can-
him and we'll find out.
I kind of like that the a-hole can fly. That amuses me.
Yeah, I mean,
So
if
I'm
he, if
going
he's
there.
he's my mother's student and she can fly, so
There you go. Awesome. So you're asking like, do I need to carry him? And then he just, after putting on his shoes, he steps outside and then just flies. Like it's not even
Who
up
puts
up
on
and
their
away,
shoes
just-
to fly?
Well, he's going to have to land on things that require shoes.
Oh, okay, fine.
I land on things and don't wear shoes.
that is, well, I wear shoes, so I feel that's
Come
fair.
on, we can't let him win.
Yeah. Okay, I will also try while I'm on this, go to social media and write
Yeah.
to people, hey, stuff's gonna happen. And if I heard that correctly, Shanak, and correct me if I'm wrong, something's going to happen. Your improv team is going to do something at the Pizza Palace, right? That's where we all met. Nina.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
Then I'll write, there's something going down at the Pizza Palace. You might want to show up because I'm sure going to be there for this.
Nice.
I'll
By the
just
way-
write that all over.
And Theo's
social
just
media.
like, yes, that marketing hindbrain is still there. Yes.
By the way, this
He
is really
tweeted
petty.
it.
Oh, this is really petty of Blossom, but she wants to beat him there. So she's like, she's already sized up her takeoff run, and she wants to. I feel that should be a roll because
That
it's
sounds
important
fun.
to her.
That does sound like a thing
I
that
don't know
we
what
should
move that would be, but I feel it's
wielding your powers, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
+1 power. So that'll be a +2. It's
See how this goes.
yeah, she's in running, like a sprinter stance, both knuckles on the ground. Miguel on holding on. Not letting him win. We're getting there first. One hand up behind me to fist bump. Do it.
Good luck.
I'm not fist bumping you. He's
Do
my
it.
mentor.
Oh man,
Miguel
Just-
being such a good and loyal boy.
Just start out.
God.
just go.
Just
Keep your
go.
pettiness
I will-
to yourself.
Yeah, right. Because I'm going to have to kill my friend now, and I'm really not into this whole whatever that is.
Yeah, and as Blossom's waiting for you to fist bump back, Miguel, you look at and you see that Timofeya has gotten up and she's watching you from the windows, the two, like the double door, and she's watching you.
I got to leave. Got to leave. Don't want to, but I do. And I also don't want to go in there and do what's necessary. I'm looking at her and I just, damn it. Just go, Blossom. Just fucking go.
Off.
Nice. All right, looks like an 8. You get to
Mhm.
choose one. I think neutralize an opponent or threat, at least
Okay.
for now, can be
Yeah.
you find some way to speed yourself along
Mm.
faster than a person who flies. Wow, I'm not even
Yeah,
sure how
I-
that goes.
I
How does
think
that work?
I know some of the routes through the city,
Mhm.
so I'm like, and I've got a pretty good aim with my jumps now as well. So like I'm aiming to leap past certain buildings, so I can literally just, instead of landing on a building, I just kick again against
That's
some
wicked.
buildings, just so I just keep that momentum. It's almost like straight line.
Oh, that's wild.
I mean,
Okay.
I may have broken some support beams. So,
It makes
they weren't
sense.
load bearing.
Yeah, cool. I love that. So I think everyone is headed towards the place of the Princess Pizza Party. I guess Professor Maxwell, you're headed that way as well. Seem cool? All right, let's take our last bio break and we'll meet back up and see how things go. See you guys in a bit. I like the idea of a couple, like we come back from the staple, the middle of the comic book, and there are several panels of the shadow continuing to encroach. The next level, their scouting has, well, they haven't reported back. We're not sure if they're as cautious as they you guys had urged them, or if they might be in a spot of trouble. And each of you arriving on the scene, we see Blossom and with Miguel using the friend handles. As you clamber your way here, moments after that, Isidro flies his way in. Neutron Fist, who, I don't know, there's a part of me that imagines Neutron Fist like a little bit like Thor and his hammer, whereas Neutron Fist, he like kind of cannonballs his way places.
Also, I believe there was some talk of him getting some sort of like metal gauntlets that would like close up over his hands.
Yes,
That would,
we had,
you know.
Yeah.
Also, I want to unmask him at one point. Not right now, but at one point in the scene, I would like to unmask him, just really his intentions towards, or not his intentions towards Blossom. That sounds kind of old-fashioned. Just I need to figure out if this guy is an asshole.
Okay. And I think a portal opens up. Blue Orchid steps through, as well as Tony, who is wearing street clothes and a domino like mask because she knows that there's going to be a lot of TV cameras. She's a little worried about that, you know. Maxwell, do you just drive up in your nice old Benzo here?
I suppose if this is the actual showdown, then this is when I agreed with her that we should go get the princess.
Nice. So you drive up with Sally in tow?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And what about the arrival of Theo and her crew? Are you guys
It's
already setting up? Like, what's that look like?
so yeah, it's me and my improv crew. Because it amuses me the most, it's a van that we roll up in, you know, kind of hipster, but also kind of beat up.
It's got to have like a mural on the side of something theater related.
Goodness, what's something theater related that would be I know what it is. It's the chandelier from Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. And like, it looks like it's swinging forward from the panel of the van that it's painted on, but without anything cheap like blur lines. This isn't an anime, this is theater. Yes. And you know, we basically tumble out of the van once it's parked. Like, we're still putting makeup on each other and like chatting, cross talking back and forth as we are putting on scraps of what, you know, you don't have to even be charitable. We're professional-ish. They're costumes, you know. I think we're gonna leapfrog over consequences, and it's just Theo as Shinnok putting on, more costumery and makeup and things.
A couple of the guys are like, "Man, what?
Like
Why is she
people,
dressed up as Shinnok?" Like, oh,
yeah, I don't get it. Fine,
Yeah.
whatever. We all have our weird obsessions. And
dude,
Theo, like,
you cross-played as Storm, so shut up.
yeah, and
What? That's a
like Theo will
comic.
greet people, and then somebody will be like, you've got to do the other eye, Theo. Come on, pay attention.
Nice, nice. Of course, the local channel was here filming an update on Next Level, and then you guys all come rolling on the scene, and they just keep rolling, and they're coming around and filming what's going on, and the news reporter is narrating, and it seems that there's an improv troupe and several superheroes. We're not entirely sure what's going on here.
You guys trying to merge with the improv group, not with the superheroes right now.
Nice, nice. And we cut to Professor Maxwell. Sally says, "Professor, I really wish we'd sit this one out."
Well, I don't want you to put yourself to danger, but your presence here will be an inspiration. And I believe that Herne has a destiny to defend you when he was robbed of that opportunity in the past.
Defend me? There ain't nothing left to defend.
You underestimate yourself, madam. While there is life, there is hope, and you are still very much alive.
I wish I could believe in you.
Perhaps seeing so many who are willing to fight will provide you a bit of encouragement.
She does struggle. She's older, like she kind of grabbed the hem of the door or the roof of the door to pull herself up, and she leans on you a little bit as things are getting set up, and the shadow continues to spread outward, encroaching on things. One of the improv folks, like, they step away a little bit as the shadow takes up a bit of asphalt where they were about to get things going. And I feel like this could be an interesting setup for a teamwork action here, right?
Weirdly enough, I feel like this could very well be a coordinated effort.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
So when the team brings coordinated tactics to a conflict or battle, the outcomes are different when, we had an old momentum counter, so I'm taking it back down to 0. The outcomes are different when they're acting independently. When the team commits to a strategy, the players should choose someone to kick off that strategy. That person will start with the momentum. Does Shinnok lead it off, or does someone else?
I do actually have a fitting opening maneuver.
Or
And,
maybe Maxwell should have head it off, because this is Herne's show, right? In a
Oh,
way.
I mean, it's
that's
definitely
true.
the thing I was suggesting. Definitely isn't the like centerpiece thing. It's a towards the edge, but it's a setup thing for whoever is leading.
Mhm.
Just so.
Well, yes, definitely take it home, Blossom.
say nice things to me, and
Yeah, I think because Blossom would be like lights, cameras, action, and then like maybe nod to Gabe to follow suit with what I'm going to do, which is we need to set a stage. So there's lampposts nearby. We don't have a lighting rig, but we can twist the lamppost around to focus on to create a stage light area.
That's fun. That's fun. I
So
think
maybe
Newtrumpus
you-
sees what you're doing. He'll help out as well.
Yeah.
yeah, you could maybe peel up some big planks of sidewalk cement, and flog those around with your super strength. I don't know. That's a little goony, but I like it.
But I like the
You know what?
lights and
Actually-
cameras, and like a big hand is like pointing at that camera crew to aim at the right direction. And
Yeah.
there's the grinding noise as the lampposts get twisted around. Not too much because we don't want to snap the cables.
Nice.
Nice. I think that's wielding our powers, or wielding my powers.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
And I'm just serving. No. Yes.
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 Are you?
And that'll be
See, Blossom does have
+2.
one team, just as an FYI.
And I could use a team to increase the pool.
Momentum. Yes.
Yes, the momentum pool, which I will use that.
All right. Wield your powers. Roll plus power plus your confidence, which means you're rolling +2.
Yeah. The stage is set.
Wow. Wow. That's
The
awesome.
saddest. This actually
It is
almost looks
super set.
professional. Like people, this is going to become an Instagram spot
Totally.
when we're done.
It is getting hot. So let's see. With what two choices do you want from?
Create something useful from your environment
Perfect.
and take hold of something vulnerable to you.
Interesting.
I guess
Yeah.
I've taken hold of the focus of the camera crew.
Nice. Yeah. You direct them and they are
Yeah.
setting up, and you see another news van is pulling up because they're like, one guy's like, oh, they're not going to scoop us. I told you
Better
this.
get in there
thing's-"
quick.
They're coming in with cameras hot and filming
Gabe,
all of
yeah,
this.
right in the middle.
To whom do you serve?
Maybe can you
Oh,
serve to me
oh.
so I can assess the situation?
Yeah.
Nice. So the ball is yours. You want to assess the situation. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Isidro.
Assess the situation is genius, right? With
Confidence.
Confidence. So is
Oh, wow.
is this capped at 3 or can I roll with 4?
Maximum effort rule, basic rules up near the top. Greatest modifiers you can roll with are a -3 and a +4.
Oh, okay. Then I'm rolling with +4.
Nice. Still fail.
Yeah,
But chances aren't good. The chances
No.
look good. This is
No.
strong.
this is a
Yeah.
14. This is not a fail.
Oh, wow.
This is not a fail, but I am overconfident.
Overconfident.
So,
Yes, you
yeah.
are. I'm looking at
But
those.
let me start out here and let me look at, is this an additional question that I get? Yeah, I get to ask an additional question as well, which is also I can ask whatever I want if I need to, but right now I'm starting out here. Okay, so I think what I want to know is, yeah, I mean, the basic, right? How can we end this quickly?
Ooh, how can you end this quickly?
Or let's say efficiently is maybe the better phrase here, because quickly it doesn't.
Yeah, as you
Sorry.
assess the situation, you're looking over with all of the excitement that has built up with everyone. You realize the quickest way to bring this to an end is the most efficient way to somehow close the gateway forever. That you can beat things back, but that's not as efficient. That this solution of happiness will absolutely keep the darkness at bay, but ultimately you need to find a way to finish things.
Yeah, that's okay. So I think what I also need to know is, let me check. What here can I use to close the portal?
You see two individuals, Sally Hudgens and Professor Maxwell. They are potential keys to closing the portal.
Okay. Good. Last question, and this will be a question that will allow you to shift my labels. And the question is, how do I protect the two of them while we're closing the portal? Because I don't want them to be sucked in. Throwing both of them in might be the easiest solution, but I don't want to do that.
You can protect one, but one must be sacrificed.
Okay. That's not good enough, but okay. I mean, that's what I can figure out, but
it's the most efficient answer. It's not the only.
I know, but I'm okay. And now you can ask me a question.
I do get to ask you a question. I'm so excited about this question. What does the darkness know about you?
I think the darkness knows that will be very easy. Not very easy, but there are cracks in my spirit, and they are pretty deep. So that is what the darkness might know about me. That if you just push in the right direction, I might just, I don't know, overreact. Because there's a lot of pressure right now.
There is so much pressure.
And you get to shift one of my labels.
I do. I love having you overconfident and overburdened, but I think I will need to. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do it a mean way. I'm going to give myself the ability to make a hard move because I'm going to push you to a +3. And I think I'm going to do it on trust.
Okay.
Cool. So I'm going to make a hard move, and then your track is going to reset to 0. And I'll ask you about how you've rebalanced yourself or you plan to, and you can get to take 1 XP or 1 team.
Okay. And let me rethink the idea of taking an XP.
Nice.
Because we might need team here.
And the hard move is that as you guys are setting up and the laughter is starting, the improv, everything is happening from the shadows, from the Princess Pizza Party or the Princess Pizza Palace. Emerge 5 figures casting large silhouettes in the darkness. Emerging from the shadows, you see flickering between the faces of Knockback, Tempest, Simba, and Flamingo, riding them. And then one more are Alley Cat, Bo Petit, Flicker the Dragon, Frosty Penguin, and the Chocolate Buffalo. Twisted, malignant versions of those creatures that brought happiness to thousands upon thousands of children long ago. Now only puppets for the darkness to horrify and frighten those who might laugh and find joy in the world. That's my heart move. Is that they're going to roll into this. And yeah, there's that heart move. So let's to whom do you spend a team? How do you wish to rebalance, or do you plan to rebalance yourself? Let's ask that question first.
I think I will rebalance myself. Rebalance myself. I think it's like I just need to push down all this emotional shit. I've gotten good at that. That doesn't, my emotions don't matter right now. Can hurt, I can be hurt later. Who cares? Nobody gives a fuck. Least of all me. So
sad.
I'm rebalancing myself, and I may have loved that. I might have been a kid that loved that little dragon to bits and take the stage name and stuff like that. And anyway, doesn't matter anymore. That's not who I am anymore. I'm not El Dragon anymore. I'm Oscuro, and that's different. Okay. And I'm taking a team.
Nice. Are you adding to the momentum, which currently
Yep,
stands
I
at
am.
1?
I am
Into
adding to the momentum. There goes my team. I think I'll volley to Maxwell, actually.
Nice. Maxwell,
Alrighty.
camera cuts to you.
I think I told oh, hang on, sorry. I'm trying to get my stuff together.
Lots of moving parts. That's no problem.
Okie dokie. All right. I'll look at Casevere and watch out for her. Don't let her be hurt. As I bring the princess up to the outskirts of this, kind of where everyone is. I know that we're supposed to be having sort of I think there's supposed to be the joy parade to be causing some disruption here. So I think, Maxwell starts moving over in that direction. I'm using a little bit of my secret identity move there, which is, to kind of let's see, what's the move say? Not secret, mild-mannered.
Mild-mannered. Okay, cool.
To slip past someone. So I'm attempting to kind of slip past all of the hoopla here and be hiding that Herne is in me.
Oh, nice. I like that.
To slip into the shadows. I'm wanting to go and see if I can find where the portal actually is.
Cool. All right. Roll with humanity, and there is not a trust or confidence aligned.
No.
Right there.
6. But I think I'll use a touchstone here to get at least up to a 7.
Okay.
You
have to burn 2. Oh, 6. Yeah, you're right, because you had a +1.
Yeah.
Are you burning Jax Harper because you didn't go help her out?
Oh, that's terrible. But yeah, let's do that. That makes sense.
You cool with that? I just want to make sure.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense. Oops. Should be a bigger X. I'll make a bigger X here. There we go. So that gives me a 7.
Okay. On a 7 with mild-mannered, you choose 1. They You're still being watched. You leave something incriminating behind. You're forced to make a fool of yourself to sell it.
I think this is when maybe the call to my show tune is. I think that we see Maxwell kind of getting close, and then he begins breaking into song as the rain and rain falls mainly on the plain. He's got it. The brain is as he begins moving across in front of all of them, singing and acting the fool.
We cut to Sally as she looks at Case. I think that boy done lost his mind. That was lovely. And so do you spend a team to add to the momentum here?
I do.
Oh, it is up to a momentum of 3. And to whom do you pass the ball?
I believe that Shinnok is our next.
Nice. So to set this up, just because there are a lot of moving parts, I think Neutron Fist has waded in and is fighting with Alley Cat, who is incredibly fast. I think Frosty Penguin is menacing one of the camera crew, and the Chocolate Buffalo has run into one of the vans and knocked it over. They're trying to stop you guys from broadcasting. So Shinnok, the momentum has been passed to you.
Rude. And it was a volley, not a set.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Do
Do you want to be set?
I mean, with 3 momentum,
Pretty good roll.
it's a pretty good roll. I don't have any team to add.
All right, then I think it's a
I've
set.
not been able to maneuver my way into it, to getting more, unfortunately. Is Cowgirl here yet? Is she maybe?
She can totally come barging onto the scene as part of you doing a thing.
And she's like, wait a second, that's my publicity. Fuck you, Chocolate Buffalo.
Yes. You die and you go to hell.
Cow versus Buffalo.
Cow versus Buffalo. So good.
Yep. So yeah, I feel like if that was a set, that this is pretty timely mechanics wise. And I think that the show must go on, honestly, or
Nice. The show must go on.
I don't feel like Theo's got any other plays in this situation.
I love it.
Yep.
So spike it. When you spike, you will roll with the momentum pool.
Hilariously, I think that the move I want to roll right now, sort of concurrently, or no, I rolled the spike. Spike. But if I were just rolling to volley again, I would be dancing with fire because it's perfect. But let's spike. Let's see what an opportunity I open up for my team. All right, well, that's a 5 plus a 3 for an 8 total.
Oh, dangerous. Okay.
Yep. So let's see here.
When you spike, on a 7 to 9, choose one. You can run a villain out of determination. You can give someone a team back. Shift your confidence or trust.
I think I'm gonna run a villain out of determination.
Nice.
That doesn't mean that they're out. It just means that the next thing that happens to them knocks them out.
Correct.
So they're teetering on the edge.
Sweet. And so what does that look like, Shinnok, as you create a situation where you're pushing back the tide? You've taken a lot of the head of fury from them.
Mhm. I think I actually, I grab Flamingo's hands as he tries to attack one of my crewmates, right? And they're still kind of on the fence about me being Shinnok or not, or
Mhm.
what's going on. Never mind. It's Tuesday. We've got to put on these skits. We've got to sing these songs. We've got a job to do. People, look, the cameras are running. And Theo kind of brute forces him through a bunch of like Grace Kelly, Fred Astaire dance movements and positions, and makes it sort of look correct, and starts singing "Make 'Em Laugh" from Singing in the Rain.
Ooh, fun.
And has a couple of very good moments as she, you know, Flamingo breaks free from her for a few moments, and she, you know, runs halfway up a wall and clicks her heels to dodge out of the way, and then comes back down and like dips him. And
that's amazing. I love it.
just really crossing the tone streams here of terrible battle with the darkness and a really fun song and dance routine.
I love it. That's awesome. I'm here for the Ghostbusters 2 energy. And I adore this. Checking in because we've had some chatter in the text chat. This might be our cliff, like I'll do a little bit and we'll cliffhanger it here. Does that sound okay with everyone? Sweet. So the laughter drives back several of the entities that are riding next level. You guys feel a swell of emotion. You can feel the tide starting to turn, but then the clouds overhead darken. Isidro looks up, makes some asshole-ish comment about, well, it can't be easy. And then there's a black bolt of lightning that strikes the asphalt.
Jerk, you think this was easy?
And then you see within that is a flickering Timothea, but riding Timothea is none other than the visage of the original Pizza Princess herself. And it's not Sally. And it seems to be riding the vessel that is Timothea. And with that, we call that the end question mark, but of course not question mark because we'll be playing this week. Ha! So let's quickly run through our end of session stuff that is in our B plot moves. By the way, however this darkness thing resolves, that will be our end of arc as a reminder to folks, because I don't want it to go too far between. End of the session, you'll take a moment to reflect on how the events of the game went and what big changes happened or seem to be on their way. Choose a teammate and ask them a question. Let's start with Shinnok.
Whew, goodness. Gonna flip a coin here. Wait, that's not gonna work.
Got custom dice on the roller.
Yeah. Custom dice sides. 181. Add die. Subtract the wrong ones and roll it. All right, cool. Maxwell, how did I affect the community this session?
Ooh. I think that we saw you really organizing a kind of super, non-super collaboration to deal with this. I liked the whole concept of people standing up to face this with joy as the weapon. I thought that was brilliantly brought together, and seeing, like I say, seeing non-supers as a part of that, I think was important. So I think that was, I just think that was really nicely done. I wholeheartedly liked that. So I guess I shift a track, and you are at, I'll shift over to your character. Trust 2, confidence 1. I'll shift that confidence up 1.
Whew.
You've
Flying
got all
very,
this going in your way, so
flying very close to the sun here. This will probably be great.
Cool. Let's move from Shinnok to Tyler with Herne / Maxwell.
All righty. Alex, how did I affect the team? I know I wasn't here much, but how did I affect the team?
I mean, you danced across the stage and sang. I think, like, after, I mean, I guess not all of us were there for the kind of more sadder moments of Maxwell's journey recently, but I think maybe information got passed around, so we knew,
It was real
you
proud.
know, yeah, we knew that, things were difficult for you. So I think that was like maybe like a kind of a moment of relief for us as a team, and also probably a spike to our confidence, like, that we can, like, fight darkness with joy, like that, like,
Awesome.
that's doable. And yeah,
Nice.
I like not looking at whatever your confidence or trust is when I decide. So I think both would work, but I think trust going up.
All righty.
I feel
Okay.
like
Nice.
after the doubts of previous things with her and stuff, I think you kind of reinforcing that, you're a
Out of the
strong part team.
negatives. Thank you.
Cool. We'll stick with you, Alex, for Blossom.
Okay. I mean, I think I'm gonna roll to avoid doing, because last session I did it might be just a repeat of the last session. I mean, the answer might be different this time, but I think I'm gonna roll just to see.
Okay.
Giving you all numbers in my head. Okay. Shinnok. Okay. I'll go with how I affected the team. Again, similar thing to what Tyler said.
Yeah, I think that you were pulling some solid backup here. You were stretching yourself to make sure that we had the magical support that we needed in Isidro, although of course that was a bit more Miguel's achievement, but still you were a part of that. And I think bringing in Neutron Fist, making the stage, like, you were just like, this is the plan, huh? I think I understand it. I'm not perfectly sure. I'm all in. Let's go. So that was very cool, which I think is very trustworthy. So I'm going to bump your trust up by 1.
We'll go and apply that. Oh dear.
No, I just did it.
Oh, you did it. Okay.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Sabine with Oscuro Miguel.
I think I would like to ask, because I asked Alex a lot, and I think I've asked Jen a lot. I will ask Tyler this time. How did I affect the community this session?
Well, it was I'm probably a horrible one to ask because I wasn't here for the beginning of your stuff.
You are right. You're right. Of course. I'm sorry.
sitting here thinking of
It
just kind of
always
one little
feels.
thing in there.
It always feels like you've always been there, Tyler. You're such a
Aw.
presence in my mind. But I will shift this to ask Jen though. Then, okay.
So I think the community is kind of energized by you this session. I don't, you might not know it, you might not feel it yet. But here you are, the lead guitarist from Magma, gonna be live streaming or something? What's going on? And you know, we're getting out of our comfort zones here to try and keep the city from being swallowed by darkness, a murderous, apocalyptic darkness. And I think that's pretty valuable. So I think I would nudge your trust up one.
Nice. That will bring the mechanical into session. Now we do our bit of feedback. Jen, do you want to go first with wishes and knockout stars, since you said you had a thing you were hoping to leave somewhere near on time?
Yeah, absolutely. Stars. I enjoyed watching Blossom get like 100% on the Isidro hater train. That was amusing. I like that Isidro is still a spicy asshole. That's always pretty amusing. I enjoyed Maxwell's continued sort of heaviness, because you know he's dealing with some of the heavier interpersonal stuff right now from this adventure. So I'm glad to see that carried and not just dropped. Big stars to everybody for going along with my zany plan, because it just seemed like the kind of situation where it's like, well, all right, then we've got to put on a show to save the community center before the bulldozers close in. One of those moments. Let's see, wishes. I really wish to see some high Herne drama next session, and see his part of this arc close in a satisfying, high focus sort of way. Other wishes. We've put a lot of people on the board, so I just, in this scene, in this area, right, in this big conflict. So I guess I'd like to see some serendipitous contacts between all of the different people who are here. You know, the kind of stuff that might get a one panel in the comic after the main action wraps up, where it's like, oh, these two characters who I would never imagine interacting are like going to a hot dog stand together. Mm-hmm. That kind of thing. Yeah, and I think that's really it. This was a great session.
Cool. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. Who'd like to go next with wishes?
Oh,
Oh,
all right. There's a move I don't think we've used much that I'm kind of moving towards trying to do. And so I kind of wish to get off a behind enemy lines. I feel like that this would be neat to have go off. It feels like what I'm angling at. I do want the big drama of the moment. And I kind of I want to see everybody get a chance to like strike into the fight. I think that'll be kind of neat as well.
Thank you. Tyler? Alex or Sabine?
Yeah, I can. We're doing wishes.
Yes, wishes.
Yeah. Yes. I want to have some scenes with Gabe, some teaming up, and I also do want to see that Skuro giving Gabe the interrogation /
Are you
whatever.
worthy of my teammate?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. I think I
Cool.
think I'll hold it there.
That's good. Thank you so much, Sabine.
Yeah, I wish to see this a satisfying conclusion to this whole thing. I mean, I want to see the whole Timofeya arc resolved. I want to see the whole Herne arc resolved in a satisfying manner, of course. And yeah, I want to see some joy come to Atlantica City because of that. Yeah, that's basically the wishes. And also I want to see all the NPCs do all the stuff, but the problem is I realized that this is not a comic book and we are on limited time and we want to focus on the main characters, but maybe a side sentence of what NPC X is doing. Maybe we can shift the responsibility for that a bit around so that people who have
Sharing
brought some
that
NPCs
Yeah.
along can just say, hey, my NPC X is doing, meanwhile, NPC X is doing that or something like that.
I think that would be great. I strongly encourage it.
Yeah, that's my wishes.
Cool. Thank you, Sabine. Oh, you went last with wishes. You get to go first with stars. Do you have any stars to hand out?
I mean, yeah, I know. Yes, of course. I mean, I love Shanak's. Hey, let's do this, and I also loved that kind of Tyler's terrible roles prompted us to just go into this thing all out. No more preparation. We're doing this now. Huge stars for that. Stars for Blossom snarking at Isidro. That was so much fun. And the stars to Tyler for the rain in Spain. And you have a lovely singing voice, I have to say. We need to get you and Shanak or Theo to sing something for the rest of us. And
While eating something that Miguel has cooked.
yeah, fine, okay, as long as I can play the guitar to what you're singing.
Oh yeah, totally.
And yeah, and thanks to you, Rich, for pushing the whole Timofeya thing. I
Thank
like
you.
that, even though Miguel does not.
Thank you. I'm very happy to hear that. Excellent. And Alex, did you have any stars?
Yes, zany plan. I really liked the kind of meta-ness of Jen. What's the corralling? Is that the word? Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cat is pressing all the buttons on keyboard. Yeah, the corralling us as players and us as characters into the zany scheme. I love that. I loved the that little touch of pathos with the Miguel as we were leaving the mansion. I thought that was like, oh, and Blossom just totally didn't pick up on it. That cat is trying to steal my miniatures. Bugger off.
Stop it, cat.
I have lost my train of thought due to cat related to shenanigans. So
It's okay.
let's be honest.
You've been wrecked by a catastrophe.
Mm.
I couldn't resist it. Tyler, any stars left?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought that I will reiterate that I thought that the whole let's do a show was such a good idea. So huge stars for that. I continue to love how you portray Sally, Rich. She's so sad and kind of grandmotherly, and oh, I just want to see her screw her courage to the sticking place and have one more moment of glory. But I thought that was awesome, and I all around I thought we as a team, it was kind of cool to see us come together with a plan that was a little, less of a just go punch it in the face plan, and we all bought in and were happy to do it, and that was just a cool team moment.
I agree.
Stars to whoever designed this game for making the big teamwork combat move flexible enough to include goofy show tunes. That person was really looking out.
Chef's kiss. Nice and well done. This has been
wherever they
so
may
far
be.
my favorite teamwork move use so far in my but in running Power Beyond Doubt. This is my favorite use of the teamwork moves, and it works. It seems to be holding up perfectly well. I love that. It's good stuff. We will see how things end up next week. Thank you all for playing some more PBD in Atlantica City. That bring this recording to a close.